Yeah, we back. Uh, I'm basically going to turn up for the fans. Y'all been requesting me, telling me that the music is great, it's phenomenal, it's just beyond creative. So, I'm going to perform the songs you requested because I know you like them. People say, oh, you got all the hot stuff on the mixtape circuit, but what about the albums? Well, the albums, as you know, they a lot of people like the first three. That is, you know, rap, like real deal music. Like I gave you 25 songs for the fuck y'all. I gave y'all another 25 for the Long Live the King. I gave you another 25, The Luxurious Life. And those are classics. Those are classics in a great time span, like great music, ultra music. But, I was actually at that point of quitting, you know. Um, after I lost my son, I didn't want to do no music no more after I released the Long Live the King, the second project. And but I love the music. Like, but the work is another thing too. Like, and you got to put it together. So I had to give myself a push and drop the luxurious life. And dealing with the loss of my son throughout that project, I I actually bounced back, made great records, like you know, staying focused and being creative and putting music out. I was at a point to where, okay, let me put this out. I really don't want to drop nothing else, but let me, go into that experience again. I was able to give y'all the luxurious life because it was at a time in my life where it's like, you know what? I'm getting older. I gotta do this music, R&B, pop, and let me do this now. Go in this direction. Still have some, rap records and stuff like that. Being creative and writing and. And I said, okay, I finally got that off of my chest. Like, I, even touring it, um, I felt good about it. I felt good looking back, like, I been dropping the albums and going on the road with the singles. You know, it might do some numbers that, some people look at it like, oh, it should be more numbers, this and that. Well, I fuck with the fans, you know, to a certain point, because times is changing. And honestly, I don't give a fuck if you like my music or not, okay? Because, I'm coming from an angry point in my life that it's like I try so much. I put a lot of time and effort into trying to do the music and trying to make it jump off and you know I'm not blaming nobody. I'm not like, yo, listen. People listen to who they want to listen to. They want to work with who they want to work with. They want to help whoever they want to help. That's how the shit go. I had to come to a certain realization earlier on to say, this shit is rigged. But it been like that. But I never knew that. But it's like I'm not even gonna say it is because people are networking with people and it's up to you, it's up to the artist. It's up to you to make something hot that people love or people wanna hear. I have material that people love to hear, wanna hear, and it shows in the single off the album. Each one, you know? And I've been able to put out 10 albums in 10 years, like basically one a year. And, you know, at a certain point, you would think, okay, this shit gonna take off, this stuff's gonna take off. But my first project, by the way, they all took off. But the first one, all that mixtape stuff is good. All the singles and the videos and this and that. All right, cool, that's good. When it's time for album time, when it's album time, that's when it's like, okay, can you go up against major or indie or whoever it is? Do you have the records that people want to hear at that time? Or you could get them into whatever you want them to get into. Because when I started out, I was doing battle rap rhymes, cypher rhymes, okay? Like, and then I just put those, you know, skills inside of making a song. So this is new. Nobody is doing battle rap, cypher rap, and making songs with it. That's number one. That's the genre that I created for myself. So when you hear me rap, that's how I'm coming across. I'm coming across battle rap, cypher rap, and my own swag, lyrics, hooks, bridges, all of that. Like I got all of that in my projects. That's the sound is crazy. And the people that I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm gonna name a few artists right now that I love to listen to. And I'm giving them they flowers now because I'm a fan and I just love the art of how they came across with 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 the with the stuff they putting out. It's just fucking mind blowing, and motherfuckers is nice. That's the thing. I came up from an era where when you went to junior high school, if you started out like 14, whatever, 13, 14, whatever, you was in junior high school rapping. Not the violent stuff, not the yo, I'm gonna kill a nigga across the street when I see him at 3 o'clock. No, not that shit. That's not even rap. Like that's you insinuating something crazy. Rapping is when you go to school and you got some friends, they listen to music too. But then you see the cipher going on, you like, hold up, what's this? And you get to stand there and listen to everybody actually take turns rapping, seeing who sound more like, oh shit. Like, yo, he said that? Hold on, I gotta go and write some fire if he talking like this. But in a skillful, like, you know how the battle raps is like that. So it's like, it was a delight and enjoyment and an era to be in. Like, it was crazy. That inspired me, when someone older, they was like, yo, son, you nice. He was like 19, I'm like 14. And he told me about writing and he told me about publishing and stuff. But I was too young and hard headed to understand what he was saying at the time because it's a difference living your life and worried about that shit. Like, a lot of kids want to have fun and stuff like that. So, the projects I've been working on and like taking my time to give the people a lot of freestyles and I'm talking about like not freestyling. I'm talking about a written freestyle, like that type of shit. Like, it's two ways to it. So the written freestyle is like, that's the one that you keep. Like, hold up. When you go to a cipher, I'm giving them like 32 bars. All heat. So it's like, oh shit, this shit is crazy. Hold up. He talking, he saying something. And then you just shake up the streets. Growing up, they had a lot of dudes that was nice in the street, on the street level. Like, they just didn't know how to cross over with it, making songs and hitting the mainstream or even being independent. Some people stick to what they love, and you can't tell people what lane for them to stay in. So I had to actually get out of that because I thought that's what it was. It was that at one point, but growing up, you gotta adjust yourself a little bit more better than that because you want to make albums, not a mixtape. Motherfuckers know the difference between a mixtape and an album. Some people be trying to make their album sound like a mixtape. Yeah, I get it. Niggas want sales and all that. But can you make an album for real? Like, if the label decided to call you up right now, today, right now, I'm talking about right now. If the label wanted to sign your ass right now, can you give them hit records? I'm talking about records, timeless music. I'm talking about, I'm not too, first of all, clearly, honestly, seriously speaking, listen, no disrespect to nobody out there, right? I'm talking from me, my perspective, right? Ain't no way in hell if I get signed to a record label, not even if I get signed, like if I decide to write a letter to the label and tell them, yo, listen, I don't think it's that easy, but if I sign with a label, you better believe it ain't gonna be no violence, no drill beat, no drill rapping, no killing, no stealing, no Did I say killing? No killing, no stealing, no nothing. No drugs. None of that bullshit. Like, that shit is crazy. Like, I can't understand how people just like, I mean, listen, it's like the movies, I guess. Like, but some people just want to just act out the whole way through. Like, that's not cool. Music is supposed to be treating like it needs to be kept alive, not like thrown to the side like it's garbage or whatever. People got real issues and they make real great music. That's why that's why I like 50 Cent. Like, real, like, fuck what the man went through and all this shit. I don't know. But the main thing is this, that he transferred his feelings and pain and everything that he was going through at that time to make the music come out exactly the way it need to be. Yo, motherfuckers can't do that, man, cause ain't nothing going on in niggas' lives for real. Like, I can't tell you if it's not or whatever the case is. Sometimes you don't have to have shit going on in your life. You could actually make something really good, which is cool. Like, you know, just don't make no bullshit. Like I was saying, you get signed today or tomorrow to a record label. Listen, you gotta hit. Your job is to hit the shit out the park. 10 million, 20 million. Like, you gotta listen to some before you even decide to motherfucking get yourself into a position like that. You need to listen to some great motherfucking people first. That's the first thing you need to do. I mean, everybody's great, but listen, take something from everybody and create your own and make it your own. Like, not really copying. Like, don't copy. Like you heard what Ghostface said. I don't want a nigga sounding like me on no album. Yo, that was the crazy. That was the crazy. But he was telling the truth at that time, cause yo, motherfuckers got a thing for copying a motherfucker. Like, yo, son, yo, come on, man, come on. There's a difference between like taking a style and using a style. Imagine a nigga take your style and try to use it on you, like, like some corny shit. Like, if you not making it your own and doing it, then the shit is gonna look, you gonna look like cheesy and lame for the labels. Like, you can't do that. You gotta, like, I don't know. You gotta be yourself. You gotta have like something going on. So what I'm saying is, uh, yo, I'm gonna tell you. I listen to I'm gonna say urban wide. Like, I listen to a lot of artists, man. But I would say when I'm writing, uh, when I'm writing, okay. First things first. The artists that I came up listening to when I needed something to write, like, I was writing myself first, like, writing for myself, like, how you write for yourself, like, without no um without nobody to look up to. First you just write, you write to write on your own type shit, like, you know what I mean? And I was, everybody do that. Everybody do that first. So, you know, but the artists is that I chose to say, you know what? If I make any kind of music, I don't care. Like yo, if I make any kind of music, it's gonna have to be from these people that I listen to. Like so I don't got no list of who's first or who's second or whatever the case is, but I'ma say okay, wait. I came up listening the first person that made me wanna even rap personally. I was 14 years old and a song came out on the radio. It was called New York Get the Bloody Money. And the song was by CNN, Capone and Noriega. Yo, I went out, after listening to that record, I went out and bought the CD, looked on the back of it, and it had the label. And I went down there to that label. It was on 28th or 23rd Spring Street. And yeah, I bumped into Tragedy Gaddafi, Imam Dub. Yeah, I was young. Like, it was crazy. And I was actually looking for Noriega because, you know, for some reason that record was hot. So he was like I didn't know about going up to artists and shit. I didn't know nothing about nothing like that. So I always was like, okay, he's not around, but he's on tour, probably working or something. So I always used to go to the label after school because I was on my school was on 55 Broom Street, right? I think it's downtown Chelsea, right? And I used to always go there after school, then go back to the hood in the Bronx. And I know my boy Snap, but if Snap is listening, we was there. Like that's crazy. Like we was actually in there, like moving boxes and um, putting the tapes together. At that time, they had tapes, so it was so crazy. Dropping them off to DJ Such One, and just running around the city of New York, going to Hot 97, dropping packages off, getting upstairs and stuff like that. It was so cool to be doing that at 14, like every day after school. So one time we in the label and management came in there and shout out to Madman Management from Brooklyn. My manager Mose. Um, we he was young man. He seen the talent and he had got me on the label, so I signed with him. I didn't really know what it was about, but I came home with the contract. My uncle was there and my mom was there, and I showed them the contract like, yo, I'm about to sign this. It was like, yo, you need to get a lawyer and all that. So I'm looking at the contract. I'm thinking what they saying and this and that. And I had signed. It was like 15%, 20%, I think it was at that time. And I was doing shows, uh, learning the business, but not like with him was like shows, a little bit of writing, ideas a little bit. But my real work was at the label because remember I used to go there every day after school, so I'm young. I'm in there. They probably like, yo, this nigga's the youngest nigga. At that time, A Plus was out. Shaheem, he was moving around. So it was a lot of grinding, you know. So at the label, one time, at the label, my curfew is at 9 o'clock, so I gotta get in the house at 9. You know, I'm still young, and we had went out one night to the club exit. I was in club exit at 14, and I was in there networking, smoking weed. This time weed was legal. You could not have weed nowhere in 1997. Like let's be for real. You had to like at that time we was putting shit in our socks. Like that's how we was getting in there, or you know just getting it in. So it was so cool to like network with different producers, different people, and party people, and you know artists and producers and stuff like that. It was so cool going on the road. I seen um I seen Fat Joe in Jersey. He was in Elizabeth, New Jersey. Fat Joe was playing Shaheem in basketball. Like I was there, I seen them. I'm like, oh shit, that's Joe. Joe always looked the same. He looked always young. That time he was Fat Joe. He was on the court. Yo, this is 1997. Fat Joe running around playing basketball in Elizabeth, New Jersey. I'm 14 years old. I'm with 25 to Life Records. Wait a second. What was it? Was 2 files. I think it was Gaddafi. His label. They had management office. They had Uni, Screwdriver, Costor, um, who was the boss? Sincere. And Sincere, he was, I think, somebody at Universal at the time. So, cause he had the Green Range. You know when Hove had a range and all this stuff. I think he had a range first. When all this, this is '97. When all this stuff started. When the competition was, when the competition in New York, 1997 was thick. Do you understand? Do you understand? I was in that mix. I was 14. I was just, nigga, this time Lil Wayne was coming up. He was about to jump off. Like, he was getting ready. You know, he had a name somewhere, but he was getting ready. But uh it was just a lot of pandemonium going on in that building, man. Like, it was crazy, son. Like, I'm talking about good pandemonium, like always working, like it was a great side hustle job environment. Like everybody was just getting to it, like posters. Yo, this gotta go to this label. This gotta go to Hot 97. You gotta go upstairs. Tell them you here to drop off these vinyls. CNN, a whole bunch of stuff like mixtapes. Like this time, everybody was trying to get one song on a DJ Sus one. This time, Clue done took off with the professional. He he took off. He was like the first dude to ever drop a album mixtape. Like it was so yo, it was a great. That's the greatest year of hip hop for me because Desert Storm was out, Fab was out. Do you understand? Like shit was just getting moving. Like everybody was like this shit was crazy. So um going to the I went to the club. I seen Maxwell. He jumped out of a fucking yellow cab. Like yo, pulling up to do a show. This is 97 people. This is 1997. I seen Maxwell. You know he had a fro back then. I think he had a crazy fro. I swear he had like belt bottoms. Like he had some like he was there to do real poetry, like real music. So I'm like, oh, I can't believe that this is Maxwell. He jumping out of a yellow cab in front of the club. No video, no security, nothing. That shit was crazy. Seen at this time, AZ was out. I seen AZ. He had the white Pathfinder. This is me at 14, like just looking at these like I'm really here. Like these are stars walking around me. Like this shit is crazy. Like, and I'm like, what do I do? Like, all I can say is, yo, what's up? Cause they probably like this nigga's a little kid, can't really, it's crazy. One time, yo, when I met Gaddafi, he told me, he was chopping it up. And he was like, Thug means trust, honesty, understanding, and growth. I'm like, oh shit, he broke down thug to me. Like that at that time, like, oh shit. I remember Pac was out, he had the thug shit going, and I'm like, damn, broke it down. What I'm saying is, it's so crazy because one time because I lived in the Bronx at the time, 1308 Finley Avenue, and uh, we got exchanged numbers, and I had called him when I got home, like, you know what I mean? Because I'm like, yo, I'm at the label. I'm like, that's crazy from listening to this War Report album, calling it up, and it's damn near close to my school from Broome Street to Spring Street. And from there, I'm getting the opportunity to go out at nights, not after 9. Like after 9, if I'm out after 9, I gotta be I'm rushing back home or some shit. It's like, when the clock hit exactly 9, and you gotta be like, yo, I gotta go. That's how it was for me. Like that. Like I always like, my curfew was shit. Like I believed in my curfew. Like not staying out longer than that and shit. But when I got home from school one day after the label, I had called them. This time, A Plus was out. I was listening to A Plus a little bit, and I'm like, "Yo, come and pick me up," not knowing like he never came to pick me up, cause I'm young and nigga, I didn't even know how far Queens was really. Like I knew it was far, but like when you're a kid, when you travel, you travel. You don't know like you don't know the land mass and all this stuff. You don't know that stuff. You just so as I got older, I looked at it like, yo, that shit is crazy. Like to even ask anybody that shit. I seen Heavy D in the elevator at Universal. I said, "What's up?" Then we wasn't stuck in the elevator. The elevator was going down. I think he was with the boys, or he was with a girl. He was with somebody. I think it was a girl. But that was cool. Met a lot of great people after the club one night. No, I think this was before or during the club or something. Um, I seen like keep in mind people, this is 9/7. I seen Raekwon and Ghost chopping it up together. Downtown Manhattan. I didn't really approach them, but I definitely looked at them. And I'm like, oh, I'm like, oh shit, wait a second. That's Raekwon and that's Ghost. Ghost is a little taller. And I'm like, oh shit, that's dope. I think I said, I was so shocked. I ain't even say nothing. All I said that shit to myself. Like, wait a second, that's Raekwon, that's Ghost right there. They talking with each other. Like, they both, they both definitely turned around and looked at me. That was so crazy. But I was chilling. I was in the atmosphere of. Remember, I'm with like a label. I'm with like a label. So I'm around people and stuff. So, uh, who else? I met I met and seen a lot of people. Uh, I got a chance to meet. Shout out to battle rapper T Rex. I met T Rex. Dope artists. I met in Queens. I met Swells. I don't know if y'all familiar with Bars and Hooks. Excuse me. Yeah, Bars and Hooks and um Bars. I met Bars. He's in the hood. That was so cool. I met Mike DeLorean one time too. Hooks. Um, Great person hanging out. I was so shocked. Like, yo, he's hot. Like, he's the one that's like, they both nice. They both evenly nice. But I think everybody like Mike DeLorean. He be going in. He be going in. So it's kind of cool, man. Ty Nitty. I met Ty Nitty. Great artist. He was on the Hell on Earth album. I love that album. That's like my favorite album in like history. Like, cause Prodigy is a problem. Yo, I met Prodigy too in Harlem. He was doing his book thing. Like, he was doing his book thing, man. Met him, took the picture and all that. I was with my boy Streets from Philly. We was out there. Streets from Philly, he was with me. We was chopping it up. He took the picture on his phone. My shit had just died, and he like when he got back to Philly, he lost his phone or some shit, like some crazy shit. So I'm like, oh man, I took the picture with P, and I don't even got it. Real dude, man. Uh, Let me see who else. I met a lot of people, man. Uh, hmm. I met a lot of people. I met J.R. Ryder. I met J.R. Ryder, real great dude. One of the greatest lyricists from New York, period. Like J.R. Ryder. JR is the busiest man with that pen. Like, that man is nice, be like, he been nice. So yeah, that like, and he's a real great person, like down to earth, like official. Uh, Let me see. Who else? I met coming up, coming up. The other people, those were different times for me, but I'm going back. Let me see, back to 9/7. Who else? Like, a lot of people. There's so much people. It's like I can't. It's like I got their name, but I just can't say it. Like, it's crazy. It's like it's just like you name it. That's like it's crazy. Uh, mm, um, I met Uncasa. Yeah, Uncasa is super cool. Like, Uncasa is one of my favorite rappers as well. Like, cause he's just hungry. Like, yo, Boss is crazy. He just coming across like, like Casa. Casa got that heat. He was with Jewels. I seen Jewels. I didn't meet him. But Casa's my guy, man. Like, great person, man. Great person. Um, Let me see who else. There's a lot of people. You know, hmm. I met K Slay. Huh. Yo, K Slay is one of the realest dudes ever, man. OGs. Yo, this is like, I think, the year 2000. Yo, I remember my boy, um, my boy Sergio, his pops, right, was driving like a white Pathfinder, and we was together because Sergio around too and shit. And his car broke down in El Barrio. Yo, the car broke down in El Barrio in the snow. We was in the snow like a blizzard. Do you understand? Like a blizzard. Swear to God. Like, I never seen so much snow in my life. It was January. It was January 2000. You can look that up or whatever the case is. Do you know my boy Sergio Pops called up his man? He's like, yo, I'm about to call up my mans right now. See if he could get me up out of this situation. He don't live too far from here. That's what he's saying. Yo, the man called up K Slay. And K Slay came out of his building with the I think it was like a triple goose or something with the fur on it. And he came up to the car. I'm in the back seat. He in the pops is in the front seat, and Sergio in the passenger seat. He wound down the passenger window because like the street, the sidewalk. Nobody gonna run it in the street. Like, he's on the sidewalk, and he wound down the window. And K Slade, you see his face with the glasses. My man got the glasses on. And I'm like, oh snap. They knew each other because Sergio Pops. It's all making sense now because Sergio, no offense to no one. Sergio Pops is a pimp. And his pops had all the girls. And I guess the girls went straight to Sergio too. But that's a whole different story. Now I see why they know each other. Like, K Slade, he got the straight stunting. So it's like he was moving. Like, I respect that. I'm at him. That was a great moment. He got us up out of that jam though. Yeah, rest in peace. K Slade. I think it's DJ Big Cat. Somebody. I think it was Big Cat. Some Big Cat. I seen a lot of people. I seen Steel from Cocoa Brothers, Smith and Wesson. Yeah, I'm a big